You're watching News 10 ABC, your local news leader.
A vigil is happening tonight in Minneapolis, Minnesota, after a tragic shooting at a church. Part of a school there left 2 children dead, injured 17. The suspect of the tragedy, this tragic shooting in Minneapolis at the Annunciation Catholic School Church, identified as 23-year-old Robin Westman. People paying their respects this evening to the victims as well.
And as we hear people continue to say, why would God let something like this happen? Why would God let something like this happen? Friends, God weeps. Jesus weeps in this moment because we have free will and we have been given all of the tools necessary to stop this violence against our children.
We are continuing to follow the latest on that shooting we just told you about. Fox's Brooke Taylor has a more in-depth look from Minneapolis.
The Minneapolis community coming together after Wednesday's tragic school shooting. Memorials and vigils taking place to honor the lives lost and help start the healing process.
There's no words that are going to ease the pain of the families.
A gunman opened fire while young students were attending morning mass at a Catholic school, fatally shooting an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old and wounding 17 others.
There were another 14 children between the ages of 6 and 15 that were injured by gunfire. There were also 3 adults in their 80s. The coward that shot these victims took his own life in the rear of the church.
The shooter, armed with a rifle, shotgun, and pistol, fired dozens of rounds through the church windows as students sat in pews.
At this stage, we believe that the shooter had acted alone. There is no indication of other suspects directly involved in carrying out this attack.
Police are investigating a motive for the shooting, looking at social media, while the FBI is calling the attack an act of domestic terrorism and a hate crime against Catholics. And police say that the rest of the victims are expected to survive, but some are going to need surgery. In Minneapolis, Brooke Taylor, Fox News.
Victims of sexual abuse by the clergy are finally going to get some compensation in Syracuse. A judge approving a plan to bring the Syracuse Catholic Diocese out of bankruptcy so they can distribute some $170 million to survivors.
It's always been my intention, the best way that we could give reparation to all involved, rather than, as Justice Kinsella, I think, called it a race to the courtroom or something.
5 years ago, the church filed for bankruptcy protection as the sex abuse lawsuits came flooding in. Over the years, survivors, more than 400, shared their stories of being sexually abused during their childhood by clergy or church members.
I'm grateful for Judge Kinsella's ruling. Especially, I'm grateful for those who are the survivors and victims of the abuse. It's been a long time coming because my big goal has always been to make reparation for the sins of the past, what has the hurt that people have felt.
The judge praising the survivors for their approval of this agreement, as well as their bravery and, of course, their courage. Families across the capital region are still searching for answers in a horrible tragedy where 21 dogs were found dead at a boarding facility in Argyle. One local woman, though, is working now to turn the tragedy into healing. With each stroke of the brush, Shea DeRosa is honoring the memory of the nearly 24 furry friends who were taken from their owners. She has names and photos of 17 of the dogs who died at Anastasia's Acres, a dog boarding facility, over the weekend. Police confirming 21 dogs were found dead. 1 did survive. This solo project quickly becoming a community effort.
Kind of eye-opening, you know. Sometimes we can live in our own little bubble.
You're okay.
And I just think that art is such a beautiful way for community to show that they really care about each other. You know, our art heals.
Each of these strokes painted in memory of one of those puppies. DeRosa says she is still looking for the other 4 families who lost their dogs. Hasn't had any luck so far, but if someone out there knows them, they might want to reach out to this artist. For the latest on all of our top stories, be sure to head to NEWS10.com. Listen, we know you're busy. That's why we have this website. We got a whole team of people working on this day and night. All the stories you see on our news get posted there. So if you miss a newscast, and you saw a headline on Facebook, say, oh, I wanted to see that story, but I missed it. You didn't miss it. Go to NEWS10.com, click on the story. You'll see it exactly as you would have seen it on the newscast. And while there, you can kind of bounce around and look at the other stories as well. All right, let's talk to Alyssa now, who's been dashing out to the weather deck now. I'm glad it's a cool night. You'd be sweating.
You know what? Tonight I did choose to bring my slightly heavier jacket because I knew it was going to be chillier out here. But considering I just ran out here, I don't feel too cold. It will be chilly, though, by morning 40s and 50s, which is a little bit cooler than what we've seen in recent nights. We'll start off with this because this is really interesting. We've only got a few days left in August. Monday is September 1st, and I'm expecting one more round of wet weather, and this will come in the form of mostly light showers, so I don't think we're adding too much to our monthly total. But just comparing it to last summer, our August last year was one of our wettest on records. It was the 5th wettest, over 8 inches of rain, and now this year we don't even have an inch. And I think if we do add to this total, tomorrow night into Friday, it's going to be less than 1/4 of an inch, so we could very well end August under an inch of rain. Right now, 6th driest August on record. Meanwhile, feeling like fall, kind of early on. We're not even in September yet, but temperatures today did not make it out of the low 70s. Albany was 73, Glens Falls 72. Look at temperatures to our west. Utica was 70, Watertown 69 for the high today. Tomorrow and right through the weekend, actually, we'll stay in the 70s, but temperatures are going to fluctuate some, and tomorrow's going to be a bit warmer. And don't worry, for those of you who love summer and you're not ready to give up the warmer weather, we still have over 3 weeks to go till fall officially starts, so I'm sure we will see some warmer temperatures building back in as we enter September, as that happens every year. All right, current temperatures at 58 here in Albany, low 50s up toward Glens Falls, and Utica in the low 50s. Yeah, there's a lot of spots now in the 50s and even 40s in some spots locally. So tonight is chilly, great sleeping weather with skies clear. The wind has calmed down significantly since earlier. Don't really feel or see any wind out here, so that is good. Makes for a nice night with sleeping and keeping the windows open. We do warm a little more tomorrow ahead of this cold front, more of a southwesterly flow. Showers come in tomorrow night and into Friday, and then behind that, this high pressure air mass that slides in and is the dominant feature through all of the holiday weekend, which still looks really nice. It's just going to be a little bit cooler at first. Futurecast. Overnight tonight, skies are clear. We start tomorrow off with lots of sun. Actually, I think the day will turn out to be mostly sunny as this front gets closer. By evening, you'll notice more clouds mixing in, and maybe a shower or two creeps in far north and west in the evening. Most of this, though, holding off until the overnight. Skies cloud up. Here come those showers. That's prior to daybreak Friday, 4 a.m. Still showers at 8 o'clock. The front kind of slow to build through. And even in the afternoon, there might be a leftover shower. But by Friday evening, it will be dry. And that then takes us right into the weekend with that high building in. 51 tonight, mainly clear. 77 tomorrow, breezy, mostly sunny. And then a little bit wet for Thursday night and Friday morning. Look at the drop, though, in the temperature. Friday is close to 70. The wind will pick up through the afternoon. And then the start of the weekend is also close to 70 on Saturday after starting in the upper 40s. But the day looks dry with sun. Sunday 75, Labor Day 77. And you see numbers do bounce back even more into next week. Highs in the low 80s by Wednesday, Thursday. End of next week looks to bring another front through, and that then should drop temperatures once again into next weekend. All right, cooling down out here now. I'm starting to feel it a little bit on my feet. Bit chilly. John.
All right, get inside. All right. So, there's a lot of kids spend their summers at camp or hanging around the couch. One teenager at the track putting in a lot of dedicated work. We're going to meet the Mack Truck Kid, who's using his side hustle to learn lessons that don't just apply to things that happen at the race course. And local studio having a summer social this week. We will dance into what you can expect at the special event.
And football's around the corner and our Champions Week rolls on. We're going to preview the upcoming season for Glens Falls next in sports.
You're watching News 10 ABC, your local news leader.
After winning his first Kentucky Derby, then the Belmont with Sovereignty, jockey Junior Alvarado came back to Saratoga, making history, winning his first Travers. Talk about a good year. Now, his 14-year-old son's summer job gave him a front row seat for all of it. News 10's Cassie Hudson has more.
For more than a decade, the Mack truck has been a food staple here at the Saratoga Racecourse. It's also been a magnet for young people looking for a summer job. For one 14-year-old, it was an opportunity to be a little bit closer to Dad. As the son of a jockey, Adrian Alvarado has grown up at racetracks.
I got very bored, so I texted my mom, like, do you know if there's anything I'm able to do? She's like, go check out the Mack truck, say hi, and ask if they need any help with anything.
My first reaction was, I'm going to have to babysit all summer. He's 10 years old. Fast forward to the end of the season, I was going to this kid, are you going to be here tomorrow? He was that good of a worker.
4 summers later, the 14-year-old is better known under his alter ego, the Mack Truck Kid.
It's summer camp, it's the Sandlot, and they are a hoot.
With the money he's been making, you might think the teen is spending it on video games or new sneakers.
I've honestly saved almost all of it, honestly, yeah. Sometimes when I go out with friends, I spend a little bit of it, but I save most of it, yeah.
This summer, Adrian had a front row seat for his father's wins. Aboard Sovereignty, Junior Alvarado has won the Kentucky Derby, the Belmont Stakes, and most recently, the Travers.
It's been amazing, Whenever he wins, I head over to the winner's circle, On Travers, I actually brought most of the crew over to the winner's circle. We kind of closed the truck for a little bit.
And the next thing I know, I turn around and everybody's gone. The Mack truck's closed. You look up at the TV and the whole staff is in the winner's circle.
But no trophy can compare to the pride a father feels for his son.
Very proud of him, the work ethic he has right now, and for me, I love it. That way he knows, he understands what it means to earn your own money and then, spend that all at the same time. You understand that it's not that easy, and, just a very proud dad right now.
Adrian tells me his last day working in the Mack truck this summer will be on Friday, but don't worry, he already plans on returning next summer. Reporting at the Saratoga Racecourse, Cassie Hudson, News 10, ABC.
You watch, that kid will have his own truck there one of these summers. All right, Fred Astaire Dance Studios in Saratoga hosting a summer party benefiting the Thoroughbred Retirement Foundation. Nice cause happening Friday, August 29th. The organizers saying the summer soiree will draw inspiration from racing. Guests are encouraged to wear your best cocktail attire and dance the night away. There's also going to, of course, be drinks, food, and dance demonstrations if you're like me and can't dance. Tickets will be available at the door for a reasonable $32.
And now your News 10 ABC Sports, sponsored by Albany Saratoga Centers for Pain Management.
Champions Week continues, and today we head up north to Glens Falls. The reigning Class B champs in Section 2 back to work, looking to defend their title. Our Brian Rudman previews the Black Bears' new campaign.
The 2024 season ended in heartbreak for the Glens Falls Black Bears, coming up just 6 points short in the Class B state semifinals to the eventual champs, Port Jervis. Now the Black Bears are back to work as hungry as ever, looking to make a run to the state title game, something a few of their players have experienced as members of the back-to-back unbeaten state championship winning seasons for the Glens Falls boys basketball team.
It would mean everything. Obviously, we've had success with basketball, so we know what it means to play on a big stage like that, and I know all these guys on the football team want to get there ourselves on that state championship game.
A huge part of the success last season was the Black Bears' ability to just find ways to win when they had to, something that the coaching staff hopes gets carried into this year.
Last year's team, ahead of a lot of our teams, was just their will to win. I think Chase will do that, and I think Jordan Baker and Braden Bennett and those guys will do that. Let's get the rest of the cavalry going and have some confidence that when things get tough, we're at our best.
While the Black Bears did graduate a ton of talent, most notably wide receivers Kellen Driscoll and Oscar Lilac, along with quarterback Brody Holcomb, they do return more than half their starters on each side of the ball, including star running back and corner Jordan Baker, who will be a focal point of this offense once more.
Jordan's a really hard worker, and he put on probably 10 pounds from last year, and he was tough to bring down last year.
I'm still confident in my ability to run the ball, but out of the backfield, you'll see a lot of me catching the ball as well, so I think that'll be fun.
Glens Falls will have a new man under center this fall, with junior Chase McTeague making the switch from slot receiver to quarterback. Taking reps as the backup QB the last 2 seasons and working with Holcomb throughout that time has been crucial to McTeague's development at the position.
Yeah, I learned a lot. Us working in practice together every single day. He could throw the ball like anyone, like better than anyone. So being able to compete with him and battle him every day and throw the ball with him every day was great.
Making it to the section title game and winning it are always challenging regardless of the team. Having done it in the past, the Black Bears know what it'll take to do it again this season.
Rally on defense. We think we can come up with 11 to 15 kids on defense who are going to swarm to the football, and that's what we're trying to preach during the preseason. And also, just take care of the football. As always, take care of the football.
The road to the top of Class B in the section will get even tougher this year. In addition to the already competitive group of teams Glens Falls had to overcome last year, the reigning champs of Class A, Averill Park, are dropping down a class to B. And the added challenge is something the Black Bears are looking forward to.
Yeah, we're excited for it. It makes us thrilled. We want to play these tough teams. We want to have those tough games before we get the sectionals, so that's what we want.
It will be straight into Class B play for the Black Bears, who open the season on the road with a Week 1 matchup against Chalmont. Reporting in Glens Falls, I'm Brian Rudman, News 10 Sports.
Thank you, Brian. Closing weekend at the spa began today. The P.G. Johnston Stakes, the feature on the card. Here's Frank Miramati with the call of the day.
Time to Dream has a clear shot as they reach the top of the stretch, and she is accelerating in fine fashion. Here comes Time to Dream. What an athletic burst to the front. Opening up 3. Now it's 4. Time to Dream. She is ultra talented. Streaking home to win by 6 lengths in the P.G. Johnson.
Time to Dream wins the P.G. Johnson Stakes for trainer Todd Pletcher with Irad Ortiz Jr. aboard. And the Saints went marching to the track today. Seattle men's basketball coach Jerry McNamara and women's basketball coach Terry Prim at the track for a meet and greet with fans this afternoon. They also awarded the trophy to the connections of Cultivate after race 5. Entering their series this week, the Phillies led the Mets by 7 games in the NL East, but Citi Field has been a house of horrors for the Phils. After taking the first 2 games of the series, the Mets have now won 9 straight against the Phillies at Citi Field. Mets looking to cut the Phillies' division lead to 4 games with a sweep tonight. Mets rookie phenom Nolan McLean making his 3rd start, strikes out Nick Castellanos looking to start the 3rd inning. Then gets Harrison Bader swinging to end the 3rd. Breezed through 3 innings, only 28 pitches. Bottom of the frame, runners on the corners. Francisco Lindor drives the pitch from former Met Taijuan Walker into center. It falls. Brett Beatty scores the first Mets run. Next batter, Juan Soto. He lines it into center. Hayden Sanger scores. It's 2-0 Mets. Next man up, Pete Alonso. He pulls it into left field. Lindor scores 5 straight hits for the Mets. Puts New York up 3-0. Jump to the 7th, 4-0. Mark Vientos, you can forget it. 2-run shot, his 6th homer in 10 games. Mets rolling 6-0. But the story was Nolan McLean. 2 outs in the 8th. He gets Bader to roll it back to him. 8 scoreless innings for McLean. Drops his ERA to .89. He becomes the first Met ever to win his first 3 starts. Mets sweep the Phillies. 10th straight win against them at Citi Field. Cuts the division lead to 4. Yankees going for a sweep of the Nationals this afternoon. First inning, Trenton Grisham pulls the fastball over the short porch and right. Yankees strike first with a solo shot. Bottom of the 3rd, still 1-0. Aaron Judge brings the gavel down. 2-run shot for Judge, his 41st on the year. 3-0 Yankees. Next pitch, Cody Bellinger. Prepare for blastoff into the bullpen. Solo shot, back-to-back jacks. 4-0 Yanks. Bronx Bombers living up to their names today. Still in the 3rd, Ryan McMahon lifts it deep and gone. His first homer at Yankee Stadium, 3-run dinger. It's 8-0 Yankees. We're still in the 3rd inning. Ben Rice delivers the 4th homer of the inning. The Yankees hit 6 in the game. They complete the sweep with an 11-2 win. Red Sox looking to take the first 3 of 4 in Baltimore. Roman Anthony hit a leadoff homer last night. How about another? The rookie goes deep to get things started for the 2nd straight night. Sox strike first. Jump to the 7th. Tied at 1. Brian Bayos fastball. It's driven deep to left. Jaron Duran and Sadon Rafaela closing in on it, but they let it fall between them. The runner scores from first, and it's 2-1 Orioles. But they make up for it. The same score in the 9th. Duran on first. Rafaela drives it deep to left. You don't have to worry about that one falling in. It's over the wall. 2-run shot would stand as the game winner. Sox win it 3-2. That'll do it for sports. We'll be right back.
You don't want to know.
We're gonna finish the story about a microwave cookie.
I once microwaved a cookie for 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Not realizing you only need 30 seconds. It did. I wrecked the microwave.
And it's not even eatable. It's probably like simmering when
it
you
was
took
just
it
like
out.
molten lava. Anyway, how's the weather?
All right, well, tomorrow's going to be a nice day. Mostly sunny. We'll be in the upper 70s, then bring in some showers tomorrow night and Friday. The weekend looks good.
I was young and dumb.
What's that smell?
John's cookie.